Suzanne, good morning to you, Suzanne.
Good morning, Kieran.
It's Kieran Swail, Tourism Innovation Specialist at Southern Regional College. And this morning I'm delighted to have Suzanne Murdock from the Hub. We've been helping Suzanne through the InnovateUs project as part of the Department of the Economy intervention for small businesses who wish to innovate. And Suzanne and I have been looking at using 360 imagery and video, and also about audio, which has led to Suzanne establishing her first podcast. And the podcast is called Ask the Expert. So Suzanne, tell those viewers who are watching this what the listeners to your podcast can expect to hear on Ask the Expert.
Okay, so Ask the Expert podcast is a spin-off from the Hub Newry co-working physical spaces. I guess my why, my reasoning behind this is all about the human side of the business and the people and the connections. Over the last 10 years, I've got to know quite a few different micro business owners, professional practice people, coaches, and the common theme is that they all need connections with other humans. They need experts for what they do in both in business and in personal life. But it's more diving deep, and people buy from people, and They have to really have a good understanding of what those people are about. Who do they work with? What are their unique skill sets, and really understanding their personality, and can they work together? Can they connect?
So I presume you're going to talk a little bit about co-working.
We'll be talking about co-working and different themes within running a micro business or coaching and professional practice as well. So you could be a startup, but you need to have some sort of know-how in different areas of business. And when you speak to these people, or you hear these people, you realise you don't know what you don't know. You can't possibly know everything. You can't do everything.
And who's the audience for Ask the Expert? Who's your audience?
So it's micro business owners, people within professional practice, coaches. It could be business students, people that are looking to perhaps start up their businesses. It's quite a wide array of an audience.
And can you give us a flavour of your what will be podcast 2 or 3, or maybe who you're going to be interviewing in the near future?
Yes, so podcast 2 is actually all about what is our why. Why are we doing what we're doing, whether it's running a business or at this stage in our career, telling our story, how did we get to this point, which is actually known as your signature story. And are we being our true selves with what we're doing? Are we reflecting our true values?
And are there particular tools that you can, that's fascinating by the way, is there a particular tools that you can apply for establishing what is your why?
Yeah, there's what we call a signature story. And I'm going to be talking to Eve Early from Empowering Change, who's really looked at this in quite a lot of depth.
Yes, I know Eve should be well known in local circles and international fields. Yep, that's good.
So looking at your why, the people that you're working with, who's your target audience? Do they really reflect who you feel comfortable with?
Right. Yeah. See. Yeah. That's
excellent. Otherwise known as your customer avatar.
Oh, excellent. Right. Okay. So, how can people tune into you? Where can they find out more about Ask the Expert podcast?
So, if you tune into our hubnewry.com page, the hubnewry.com, we have a dedicated podcasting page on there, and it's also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and other podcasting outlets as well coming soon.
Okay, all right. Listen, best of wishes with the up-and-coming podcast. I'm sure it sounds really, really interesting, very, very interesting, and continued success both with the podcast and at the Hub Newry.
Thanks, Kieran.